So I guess we can start by saying, why does quality matter? And then we can go to the various components of quality. Traditionally, what we were doing, we were inspecting for quality after the work is done. Or as Deming would say, you can never inspect quality into a product. You got to build it into the product. So inspection after the work is done to say, oh, does it meet quality? Then it's already wasted work and effort, and therefore, and that habit hasn't been formed or built into the way that we work. So that's fundamentally what we're doing. And the various components or dimensions of, then we can sort of say, where does quality need to happen? Quality needs to be in our interactions with each other, if you like. So we can say that's an element of quality. So maybe the topical thing right now is diversity and inclusion. That's about the quality of interactions that we have as humans. So I think that's a quality dimension. Then we're talking about quality of value flow to our customers. Are we actually customer-centered and customer-centric? Do we think outside in rather than inside out? Do we understand what the customer needs are? Is what we are delivering meeting the customer needs? And are we testing and learning quick enough rather than building the whole thing and then finding out that it's not what the customer wanted? Then the other thing is about the quality of the flow. Are there too many delays, handoffs, loopbacks? That's another quality aspect that we need to look at. We can also look at failure demand. In other words, the way we are serving our customers, is it leading to the customers saying, when they are going through the customer journey, sort of saying, sitting there and thinking, what should I do? What does this word mean? And that could be either manifest itself as drop-offs through the journey. It could be, if you like, the chat channel open and say, what do I need to do? It could be calls to the call center. All of those two, the how-to questions are a manifestation of failure demand to say, we didn't actually meet the quality standard as the customer expects it. And then the other quality aspect of in a service delivery environment is when the customer is coming back and asking, where is my request? What happened to it? When they come back and have to follow up, say, well, I didn't get the service in the time that I expected or the time that you said you will deliver. So that's another aspect of quality. Then we go down to actual quality of the actual solution or the product that we built it. And the quality is always, if you like, in respect to the consumer, the customer. So it's no good we saying that it is high quality, but the customer doesn't accept it, then that's actually means that it hasn't met the quality standards. So that again goes into the technical practices that we have, the engineering practices in any discipline. In software-based solutions in particular, we have all the software engineering practices that come from extreme programming, things like pair programming, continuous integration, test-driven development. All of those things are building quality in. How do they build quality in? Typically by providing earlier feedback to us, test-driven development by writing the intent. In other words, understanding what is the intent before we even start to do any work. Are we on the same page? Then writing the code and improving the design of the code, because we now got the courage, because we got a test scaffolding around our solution that is telling us that everything is working. So we can improve the architecture with confidence because the tests will run and they are green already. They're saying, yes, everything is working as you expected. So we can keep improving the design and the test will tell us that, yes, the improvements haven't had any side effects. So those are the engineering, if you like, or software engineering or software quality practices that we can build in the way we work at a team level. And that's individual teams. And then we look at the system level quality aspects, and that's like end-to-end and integrations. Have we got early, frequent integrations? Does the system as a whole evolve and meet its quality requirements? And part of the quality is also the non-functional requirements. Non-functional requirements aren't an add-on or afterthought. They're built in from the start. But again, one of the things that we have to be careful of and conscious of, non-functional requirements, or NFRs, sometimes they're sort of referred to. They are important, but when you are building something to test and learn, your solution, because you have a hypothesis and you want to test it with your customers, you probably don't want the most scalable, the most, concurrency built into from stage one, because you may not get 2,000 concurrent customers, so you don't need to be highly scalable at that level, but you need enough to be able to get the feedback from the customer, understand that things are working, and as your solution becomes more and more attractive, then you can build more and more of your non-functional requirements in. But that allows you that thinking, if you like, the architecture mindset there, to say, what is the right level of quality or the non-functional requirements that are appropriate to this level at this stage of the evolution of our solution. So those are some of the dimensions of the quality.